Open the Android Studio. File, new project, empty activity, next. This is the name it my application, and then this application, the language is Java, and the minimum API, choose your Android version. I choose KitKat. Finish. Wait until the build is done. Okay. Now, again, this Android application will be the client. So, the first thing, we will create a new, click on com.example.myapplication, right click, new, JavaScript class, name it client, the C is capital, client, okay. Okay, now we will write this later on. The first thing is, let's click on the activity main, as you see. Now, as you see, this is the hello world. Sorry about this. I will click Ctrl B to go directly to the text for this specific attribute or for this specific element. Ctrl B. As you see, this is hello world. Let's name it computer remote. Okay. Design. Now let's put another attribute called text size. The S is capital. Let's put 35 dB on the design again. Now again, the design on you. In this video, what it matters is the functionality. Now click on the buttons. Click in image button or button, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's click on the button, drag and drop. Yeah, 3 buttons, one for the shutdown, one for the restart, and one for open file. So for example, let's open a music file. Okay, .mp3 on the computer, on your computer. Click on the button, name it the text shutdown. And here the ID will be shut. Click on the other button, restart, and here will be rest, the ID. And here the button, the third button, music for example, and it's MUS. Okay. Now, so far so good. The layout or the application is ready as graphical user interface. Now, click on shutdown, Ctrl B. We will add a new attribute called Android on click, the C is capital. And here we will call the function we want. And this function we will create it inside the main activity.java. So, inside the main activity.java, let's create 3 functions. Public, void, shutdown, and don't forget to put the view, the V is capital, view V. Okay, now if you cannot resolve symbol, just import the specific library, import android dot view dot V capital view. Yeah, no problem at all. Now this means that this method is never used. We will use it later, don't worry. Now copy, paste 3 times and change the names. So restart, and here is the music. Okay. Now again, let's click on the activity main. Inside it, on click. Now this, as you see, the Android ID is shut. So this is the shutdown. As you, the text is here, also shutdown. So we will call the shutdown function. Now this is the method, sorry. Now this method will be called when we click on this button. Okay, again, let's copy it and put it inside the restart. This is for the restart. and this for the music. Sorry about this. And this is for the music. So far so good. Okay, now let's hit on the client. Now, when we click on the shutdown or restart or music button, we will call each of these methods. And each method we will create a new object of client class. So in the client class we will handle all the details about the socket. Okay? But right now let's click on the client to Java. Yeah, and let's start writing the socket here and the constructor that we will use later on these functions. It is very simple. Let's click on client. Now the first thing, this is public class client. We will need to put extend async task, as you see. Make sure you import the Android OS to async task. Async task like this. Void, void, void. Okay. Now remember, this class needs do in background method. Why? Because this class use the async task that can run things on background using threads. The first thing, protected, void, do in background. Don't forget to put void, 3 dots, and arg0. Okay, now we have to return null for now, and here we'll put everything we want. Okay, but before that, let's make the constructor here. Client. Inside the client, we will declare string t. Okay, now up here, public, or it doesn't matter, string type equal nothing. Okay, now inside the client constructor, type equal t. So far so good. Why we should use this? I mean the constructor with this string type and the other stuff. So we want to know what is the button we clicked. So if I click on shutdown, I will call this function. Now and inside it, I will call client man client equal new client. And inside it, I will put this string. Okay, now we will write the client socket stuff. The first thing, open socket, client equal new socket. Here you have to put the IP address, declare or define variable, and store your local IP address. And put the port number, we just put 4 nines. Okay. Output stream to server equal fly.get output stream. Data output stream out equal new data output stream. And here we have to put to server. Okay. Now remember, this is a client. We just need to send packets or commands to the server. We don't need to receive things. So we just need to send. Dot write bytes. And here we will write the shutdown commands. Now this is a simple string. We will send it to the server and the server receive it and know the server must be shut down. Okay? Now and remember, this is a write bytes. So when we receive it on the server, we have to decode it as UTF-8. Okay? I forget to put the try, except here, as you see. catch IO exception E. Sorry about this. And inside it, E dot print stack trace. Okay. Now copy and paste this for each one. And change these to restart and this to music. Okay. So simply, when I click on shutdown, I will call the shutdown function or method. I will create a class, my object from this class, and I will call the constructor. And inside the constructor, I will give the string t. I will store it inside the type. Okay, and I will my dot execute. So I call this method. When I call this method, I will check the type. If it is shutdown, I will send to the server, it is a shutdown command. If it is restart, I will send restart. If it is music, I will send music, and so on. Okay, let's test it out. Run app. Create your virtual device. Okay, now I'll give you these steps. Now, when you create your own AVD, now make sure the boot option is cold booted and the graphics is hardware or automatic. Okay, but make sure it is a cold booted. Cold booted means that start as from a power up. Don't start from the last state. Okay, now this will give you advantage. Run app. Okay. Now as you see, why this happened, I will tell you right now. Now we forget to constrain this button to the screen. So, as you see here, this view is not constrained. It has only design time position. So it will jump at 0.00 at the runtime unless you add a constraint, of course. How to do this? Just click here and click here. Click here, drag and drop on the screen, and click here, drag and drop to the screen. Hold and release to the screen, hold and release to the screen. Again. And again here. So far so good. Let's run it out again. Yeah. Worked perfectly. New file. Server.py. And yeah. From socket. Import star. Import OS. The first thing is the host. Just put your own IP address. But this is the server IP address. And then put the port. Of course, it must be 9999. Now, S equal socket AF inet sock stream S dot bind. You have to put as a table host and the port number. Yeah. S dot listen. And here we will put a while loop, infinite while loop, and inside it S dot C adder equal S dot accept. And C dot receive let's print it out. But remember to decode as UTF-8. UTF-8, as you see. Okay, let's test it out. Let's run the server, and this is the application. When I click on shutdown, yeah, of course, we forget something. Okay, let's return to the application here. On the manifest, double click on it. Now you have to add permissions here. User permission, as you see, user permission Android name equal internet. Now let's close it and test again. We need this permission to use the internet on the device. So let's see. Let's run the server again. Let's see what will happen. So if I click shutdown here, the shutdown, restart, music, restart, shutdown, music, as you see. It worked perfect 100%. Okay? Now inside the server, instead of print this, let's put it inside a variable. For example, type equal this, and here we will put if else statements. So if type equal shutdown elif, let's copy this, elif, sorry, I have to put this, elif type equal restart and type equal music. Okay, so we want to shut down, and we will have to put os.system dot, and here we will put shutdown command. If you put the shutdown command here, it will shut down, but I don't want to do it. Okay, and the same thing for the restart, but you have to put the -r, and the music, we will just open any music file. So if I put os.system, any music file using the default music player, using the default one. So I just need to put the absolute path. So I have this file in the D directory. So I will put this 1.mp3, okay, or 1.mp4, anything, it doesn't matter. Just put the type of the file, any file you want to open, or you need, if you need commands, you can put the commands here. It's up to you. Now we want this script to run as a cross-platform on Linux or on Windows. How to do this? We have to import platform here, and before we run the command, we need to check the type of the system. It is Windows or Linux. So this will not work in Unix. The restart, this will not work in Linux. This is for Windows only. So we need to make sure if platform dot system equal Windows, then let's do this. If it is Linux, we will put another command. This will work on Linux. Again, let's copy this. Now if it is on Windows, we have to run like this, but it is on Linux, it is different. os.system -r, and the music also, or the file, let's say, and here we will let's say it is on the, let's say it is here, the file, in the home directory for the current user. Save it and let's check it out again. Let's run the server. If it is a music file, it will open the music file as you see. And if it is restart, it will restart. But I don't want to click the shutdown here. When I click the shutdown, there is an error. Yeah, I forgot to put shutdown F. This is for a forced, okay, and this is for a restart. But I don't want to do this, okay, because I will restart my current computer. Now make sure the server is running all the time and the client and the server connected to the same network. That's it.